Yeah, we back again with a double dose of this Love and Luck podcast show, man. Woo! Excuse me. Let me get a sip of something real quick before we jump into it. We just talking about, basically, on this one, we just gonna talk about, like, how the world got like this and shit like that. We just wondering how did the world get in this position the way that it is right now, you know? Like far as, I could remember back in the days, man, when, let's just say, I remember using the phone was a dime.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I can remember when milk was $1 and some change.
Right.
I can remember. You know what tripped me out? I'm gonna tell you what the world is about to be robotic.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
I experienced this yesterday.
How was that?
I went to go get some food from, is it Bally's? Is that what it's called? A restaurant right there on Jones and Tropicana.
Okay.
I kid you not, man. I went to go get some food. This what threw me off because I was like, fuck, this robot shit coming to fruition.
Right.
Man, I pulled up. You know how the people say, hey, may I help you? Can I take your order? That motherfucker think, man, I help you, I take your order.
That's crazy.
I said, what the fuck is this?
Right.
I said, can I get a number 3? Do you want a number 3 combo?
Wow.
I said, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about Rallies?
Yeah, Rallies. I think
Rallies,
that's what it
Rallies,
is. Over there
okay.
by Smith's.
Okay.
I think that's where is it right in front of Smith's. I think it's Bally's or Rallies.
Yeah,
is it a
right.
hamburger spot?
Yeah, Rallies.
You got the wings
Rallies.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I wanted
they ain't
to-
got many of them out. You know, they got most of them like back east and shit.
So
in the
yeah, that
Midwest.
motherfucker's like, may I help you? I think your order. I was like, what the fuck? So at the end of the day, I done got my shit.
Yeah.
I pulled up to the lady. I said, what's going on with the robot? She started laughing.
Yeah.
She say, oh, honey, you didn't know they was doing that? I said, hell no.
For sure.
I'm talking to a goddamn robot?
Most definitely.
She said, yeah. I said, how long this been doing this?
Right.
She say, over here at this restaurant, they've been doing it for 20 days.
Damn.
I said, you serious?
Right.
Man, tripped me out.
It was like a motherfucker.
And then it was 3 robots sitting in the front row at the goddamn, was it the San Diego game?
Okay.
Only reason you knew they was robots because they had the
Little things
some
on the
kind of
side.
shit on their head.
Yeah.
But they was looking like me and you,
For sure.
human form.
Right.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
going
I seen
on?
that. I seen that on you know what I mean, on my social media feed. It was Instagram, actually.
What's going on, man? Is everybody about to be out of job?
Whew.
Hey, man, I was shocked. I would never thought that I would be the day that I'm sitting up here talking to a motherfucking robot.
Right. Yeah. One time, man, I was in Hollywood, man, and I seen a little robot that delivers and shit. You know what I mean? It got wheels.
Wow. Yeah,
You know
I
what
seen
I mean?
that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I seen them. And then once I went to my hometown in San Bernardino, I seen it was like another robot, and that motherfucker was going from like, I went to go visit my uncle at the hospital. And it was one, you know what I mean, and they got like a hospital, but then I guess they got, you know what I mean, it's another part of the hospital across the street.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker was, you know what I mean, I guess he was on his way, it was still in the parking lot. And I didn't watch to see where it went, but I think what it was going from, you know, the back of the hospital to, you know what I mean, the other part of the hospital across the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tripped me out. When I first seen the robot in Hollywood too, you know what I mean? I got the fuck out. I'm in the car with my cousin. I'm like, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Crazy, man.
Hey, that shit is crazy in the motherfucker. But this is the thing, man. You know, people always talk about, you know, conspiracy theories you know what I mean, it's some bullshit. But this is the thing, man. They say they always got to tell you what they do before they do it. And they either put it in a movie or they just flat out put it in the news. And if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. And the thing is, you know, back in the day, man, you know, what's that shit? The shit with Michael J. Fox. What was that shit? Back to the Future. Back to the Future. Remember them cars when they stopped? Yeah. You know what I mean? Or they was going. They made. You know what I mean? Well, they wasn't floating, but you know what I mean.
One of them did some shit.
Yeah. His DeLorean and float.
Yeah.
But the thing is that was like in number 2. But anyways, they used to make this, you know what I mean, like this whistling sound and shit. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to them cars nowadays, man, they do the same shit. Them electric cars. Yeah. You feel me? So it's like basically they been came out with all this shit. They just basically, you know what I mean, they're just putting it out to the public, you know, now, and you know, but they're also doing things like you said, man, to take away jobs and shit like that.
Yeah, they said like, cause you know, like you said in the movies, there's always some real in the movie. I think all of them got real in it. Mm-hmm. You think about Terminator. Mm-hmm. That was a fucking human flesh, but underneath this flesh was a damn robot.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit goes, the very first Terminator,
right,
that goes back in the damn 80s.
Right, for sure.
So that let you know this shit was coming.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And what's the other movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger played? A movie he played in? It was a nigga.
The one when he was on the moon.
When he was on the moon and all that shit.
For sure.
That lets you know it's aliens, all kind of shit. Remember that black nigga?
You believe in aliens?
Oh hell yeah! Hey, I'm a nigga from the block.
Yeah.
I seen one myself.
You seen an alien nigga?
I seen a aircraft.
Right.
I was sitting outside. I ain't gonna. This the truth. The God honest truth.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out there talking on the phone.
Okay.
I just happened to look up in the sky.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was sitting right there.
Right. Spinning.
Just standing still.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving or nothing. It was just like this.
Okay. Hovering. Okay.
I said, what the fuck is that shit?
Right. Right.
I'm on the phone. I say, man, this a motherfucking flying saucer up over here. I dip in the house so I can go get somebody
nigga,
in my house.
Nigga, who did you call with that?
So y'all,
because I would have been like, nigga, what?
I was on the phone. I can't remember who I was talking to on the phone.
Right.
But I ran in the house so I could go get somebody so they could come see it too.
Okay.
I said, man, I came back out. That motherfucker was gone.
That's funny, man. I don't even know what to say to that.
Man, that motherfucker was gone.
Yeah.
So then I was like, man, this some bullshit right there. Mm-hmm. So I got in the house. I forgot all about it. I turned on the motherfucking TV. Nigga, everybody seen it.
Is that right?
Yeah, they was like, hey, man, it was a suspicious flying saucer up in the air. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, you must didn't hear about the 2 aliens in Northtown. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I don't, yeah, man,
Did you hear about it or no?
Nah, I ain't hear about that, nah.
You didn't hear about that?
Nah.
2? Was it 1 or 2? One motherfucker, I think it was 2, was in somebody's backyard.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, I seen some shit they made on
in the backyard.
Right.
And the dude that was in the house,
yeah,
he came out and he said the motherfucker was like 7 foot.
Right.
And then they called the police.
Yeah.
They called Metro.
Okay. Right.
Metro was there. They was like, you know, you surprised even Metro even believe anything a nigga say.
Right.
But the police was like, yeah, we seen it too.
Well, this is what this is what I believe, man, when it comes to that. I think, I think ultimately, I think we living in a cold motherfucking world full of deception.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And my thing is what I truly believe is, you know, I know there's 2 sides of that coin. I know that there's people that says that there is aliens. Then there's people that says that the government is trying to make us believe that there's aliens.
Oh, shit, it's aliens.
Right, to make us believe that it's aliens in order.
Government making me believe shit. I've seen it. Right. Yeah, but go ahead, though.
To make us believe that there's aliens. So basically, they'll feel like, you know what I mean, to where we'll feel like we're being invaded by some other, you know what I mean, by some other entities as far as, you know what I mean, some other, you know what I mean, extraterrestrials. And me personally, I don't believe that shit, man. And I'm not gonna believe that shit.
Oh yeah, you will.
You know,
yeah, you gonna believe.
Nah, I ain't gonna believe that shit. Yo, man.
Wait till it pull up on you.
I remember I was in Arizona years ago and I seen like this motherfucking thing just blast off and it was just going and it was kind of like weird and shit. I seen
You
this
saw
shit in
it.
there. I seen some shit. Now I didn't see no flying saucer and shit. It was like a light in the sky and the motherfucker was moving hella fast. But ultimately, man,
It was moving fast.
it was moving fast. But I don't believe that there's aliens, man. What I believe is, I believe that God made us initially right here on Earth. You know what I mean?
So what do you think was moving fast? You know an airplane don't move like that.
Say, man, I'm a black man, and I don't believe nothing that, you know what I mean, the government is telling me, or nothing that, you know what I mean, I may have seen it with my own eyes, but this is the thing. I believe in God over everything. So this is what I believe when it boils down to that. Do my eyes lie?
Yeah, do your eyes lie?
Am I trying to be, are people trying to deceive me to the point to where my eyes, to where they're trying to make me think that my eyes are lying? Or do my eyes, or is my eyes lying to me?
This is what I would, listen, man. You got two eyes.
For sure.
Right?
Right.
You got two
A
heads.
left and a right, for sure.
Right,
A left
okay.
and a right as well.
You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers can see, these motherfuckers can move,
Right.
these motherfuckers' lips can move.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You know that.
For sure.
Okay, now, as well as we can see ourselves on that monitor right there,
For sure.
if a motherfucker goddamn walked across this motherfucker right, just walk right here right now, yo, and I seen it, and you seen it, what the government got to do with that?
What the government got to do that basically, you know what I mean, that has to do with, at that point, you know what I mean, there's a lot of shit you have to start questioning at that point.
You motherfucking right.
Correct. So any kind of belief system that you have,
right,
that's, you know what I mean, that's firmly in you, you know what I mean, and you believe that, you know what I mean, there's something else out there. Now, you know what I mean, you stop believing, you know what I mean, whatever is truly fermented in you. You feel me? At that point, you become at that point you become subjectable to listening to other shit or believing other shit. And I just don't believe it.
I didn't believe in aliens at first. I didn't believe in E.T. I didn't believe in none of that shit.
Right.
Until
Right.
the eye. Hey, look. Until the eye.
Right.
What the fuck is that?
Right.
That ain't no motherfucking regular shit.
Well, this is, man.
You can't make up a guy, just
world,
like you said, the robots and shit.
Right.
We ain't on no goddamn robots.
So the world has had so much. You got to look at it like this, my nigga. We've been driving around in combustible engine cars for over 100 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been, you know what I mean, you talk to a motherfucker on a, you know what I mean, like Eddie Griffin said, you know what I mean, who came up with the motherfucking telephone? I want to talk to somebody that ain't even here. You know, that's what he said. So
came from
right.
Africa or something, but go ahead.
So the thing is when it boils down to it, it's like, okay, you have the phone, you have, you know what I mean, so therefore there's something,
nigga.
there's waves coming through, you know what I mean, everything is built off of, you know what I mean, electricity and sound.
Yeah.
Correct. So the thing is, you know what I mean, being that shit has to come through your fucking phone. Right?
Yeah.
It's some amazing shit.
Technology, a motherfucker.
Correct. So this is the thing, my nigga. We in, you know what I mean, we in a time period to where everything seems shaky and shifty. Every motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and when it boils down to it, who is the culprit of this shit? Us? We making this shit happen? Everything? All this shaky and shifty shit?
You gotta look at, man, there's a bunch of shit that happened on this earth. even I was looking at some shit on the map.
So they revealing themselves now, though. All of a sudden, they in Northtown. They wasn't in Northtown. They wasn't in Northtown, nigga, when I met you years ago.
That sounded funny.
Yeah, like
alien won't pop up in Northtown.
Just all of a motherfucking sudden. All of a sudden, all this other weird shit been happening, and now we got aliens. Get the fuck out of here.
That motherfucking alien popped up in the north.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
In a nigga backyard.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who was that?
Get the fuck out
Who
of here.
was that person in that
Nigga,
dude's
I
backyard?
refuse to believe that. I believe, you know what I mean? I'm saying.
Hey, and they ain't catch it. How the fuck you ain't catch a 7-foot motherfucker? And something just flew away.
Why is he in the backyard in Northtown?
Something flew away.
What is a alien? They said these aliens been around for I don't know how long. What was his purpose for coming to North fucking town? You know what I mean?
That nigga said he wanted
I
to
know
be
a lot of
some
shit
real
nowadays, and
niggas up,
motherfuckers
so.
don't believe in purpose. But if you got a higher, if you have a
alien-
higher intelligent being, let's think for a minute. If you have a higher intelligent being that hit, you know what I mean?
The alien that landed
Say, but
in
nigga,
North
if
Las
you
Vegas.
got a higher intelligent being that comes to Nevada,
I'm showing this guy
he wanted to be close to casinos.
Las Vegas aliens.
He wanted to be close to casinos.
Police called at a home 911 call. UFO
And the closest he could
crash.
find himself is in Northtown. It ain't no casinos in, you know what I mean, and no, you know what I mean, most of them ain't there. It ain't a lot of casinos in Northtown, that's for sure.
We got Silver Nugget, we got Jerry's Nugget, niggas. Shit, we got a couple casinos in the north, man. We got
Love.
what's that other one?
Check this out.
Check
this out. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying, you know what I mean? You know, I just was thinking about how the Texas and the Fiesta ain't there no more.
No, that shit gone. They doing some other shit, way out shit right now. I can't see that.
So this is what I'm gonna say, man.
Oh, this is North Las Vegas right here.
Right. So
See, you can see for yourself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't tripping off of that.
I just wanted you to see.
I ain't tripping off of that.
I'm saying this in a fucking neighborhood,
Look, I ain't tripping
man.
off of that shit, man.
If the motherfucker landed,
I don't believe it.
That's like if the motherfucker land over in your backyard
I don't
and
believe
your
in
daughter
that shit.
come say, "Daddy, it's a motherfucking alien in the backyard."
Love. You know what I mean? We talking about this whole thing that we talking about right now is why is the
You gonna
world
say it's government in the backyard?
why is the world the way it is? So all of a sudden ain't none of our ancestors, you know what I mean? But now but now they're coming upon our civilization.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden. For what?
I don't know what they want.
Boy, we in the movies.
I don't know what the
This shit is
motherfuckers
real.
want.
This shit is real.
That's just like shit.
This shit is
Just
real.
like I just hanging in the neighborhood when the police come through there, we minding
This
our
shit is
business, but they pull up on us. What we do?
This shit is real.
What do you want?
This shit is real.
So shit is fault. And okay, you think it's only other motherfucking planets around this motherfucker? Do you think it's somebody on them motherfuckers?
I think that basically, I mean, God made the world and the universe for people. I think that ultimately.
What about the mother planets?
I think the same way that man started off in, you know what I mean, in one place, whether you want to call it the Garden of Eden or whatever or whatever you want to call it, right? You know what I mean? He started us off there. You know what I mean? The human mind is the most powerful thing on earth. So being that the human mind is the most powerful thing on earth and you have the possibility to create, you know what I mean? You're able to create even to the point to where, you know what I mean, to where we are in civilization today. And where we are in civilization today is we have, man, look at all the shit we got.
Right.
If you think of a man and a woman or civilization that started, or whatever you want to think, how it started off initially, motherfuckers sleeping in caves and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Now we have all this other shit. You know what I mean? Even to the point to where we can go, you know what I mean? They say we can go to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they say that there's already, you know what I mean, people that are going to the moon, and we got space stations in the middle of space, and you know what I mean? They don't tell us about shit until decades later.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I forgot the name of this fucking movie, man. But it's a dude when you talk about all that space shit.
Yeah.
And they go out there. If you got on the shuttle or whatever, and I think they was going to Mars or some shit. But it was like when they got there over here, the time was different.
Right.
It was okay, say over there, they can leave today.
Yeah.
But when they finally got there, over here it was like 20 years later.
Okay. And who's to say that ain't possible?
Oh, that is possible.
Who's to say we can't? So we can break the sound barrier is what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, when I looked it up, because I never was even interested in this shit until I
seen the aliens?
Until I seen that and I watched that fucking movie. So I was like, okay, fuck, Jupiter.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I was talking to somebody and I said, how long do you think it takes to get from Earth to Saturn or wherever the hell, one of them planets?
Right.
And what would you say if you just take a good estimated time?
You say how long will it take?
Get from Earth to jump in the ship or shuttle?
I don't know the mathematics of that.
I'm just saying. Just throw out a random number. How long would you think it take from Earth to get to fucking?
I don't even know the terminology when it comes to math when you break that down.
I'm saying. I'm just saying. If you jump in the spaceship, okay. Let's say you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and jump.
That's
in this
way
shuttle.
Past my realm of even.
Just say this.
Right.
Just say you gonna leave today. You say, and they say you want to go see Saturn.
Right.
And you say, yeah. And then you gonna say that. Then you just say, well, how long do you think it's gonna take for us to get there?
Yeah.
How long would you think you're gonna take to get there?
Well, this is the thing, man. They had planes a long time ago, man. Stealth planes that went around the world. I think was within like, I don't know, less than a day or some shit. You know what I mean? The motherfucker went around the world.
So how long you think it take to get to Saturn, man?
I don't know. Especially with all these lies that's being told, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know.
Since you don't want to answer, goddamn.
You asking me to answer questions that, you know what I mean?
The other person
I can't even fathom.
You know what the other person
What's
told
that?
me? They say, shit, it should take us like 5-10 hours to get there.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
They said, shit, it should take us 5 or 10 hours to get there from Earth to Saturn.
Right.
That motherfucker take fucking 10 years to get there.
Right.
That makes sense in the movie that I saw.
Oh, in the movie?
No, in real life, it's going to take you 10 years to get over there. Let's go to the thing.
How long do it take?
We live.
How long did it? Because they said the shit with. I mean, as far as
how long
the moon and motherfuckers going to. Hey man, why are we talking about this crazy shit?
Cause we talking about how the world is. Hey, we fucking them up, nigga. Shit. How long does it take? Some people that got. Hey, listen, man. Hey, we and believe it or not, we educating.
Hey, that night.
Today.
Hey, I see you got on the weed shirt and the weed hat, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't
you know what I mean?
Saturn.
You know what I mean?
Watch this. How long does it take to get to Saturn? Oh, this one say journey date take around 3 years and 2 months.
Oh, okay.
That's this one. Okay, right. So Saturn. One of them it says fucking 20 years. It's some weird shit. Yeah. So how long does it take a spaceship to travel to Saturn? The fastest spaceship journey to date took around 3 years and 2 months.
Say, man, this is what I'm gonna say, man.
So that movie made sense.
This is what I'm gonna say. This world is real fucked up, man, and they trying to deceive the fuck out of you. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm gonna say, man. Stay firm to what you know. You know what I mean? Stay firm to who the fuck you are. That even goes back to, you know what I mean, when we talking about that hood shit. It's all the same shit. You know what I mean? You know, is you gonna pull your pennies down and let them do something to you. You in the dig? Me, I don't wear pennies. You in the dig? Never.
You better not.
You know what I mean? You know, just like back in the day, in the hood, you know what I mean? When I told myself that I was willing to die for whatever, you know what I mean, I stood for, same thing goes for now, man. You know what I mean? And I know that, you know what I mean, truly in my heart, I know I'm being deceived. You know what I mean? I could look at the label on my food and know that I'm being deceived. I can look at the shit on my TV and know I'm being deceived. I can look at the shit, you know what I mean? So motherfuckers is going that far. How in the fuck far would they go?
Oh, yeah, they gonna lie to you for sure.
How far would they go?
They go to the end. Cause they don't want you to know certain things. It's everything is secret, I guess, around this motherfucker. No, serious. Just like they didn't want you, just like they trying to take the history out. Then we talk about
for sure.
They won't take that history out.
Trying to take it out.
They don't want you to know you was a goddamn
that's
king.
why you better get
They
you
don't
some
want
books.
you to know you was a king or a queen.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
They don't want you to know you. They want you to think you was a damn slave.
Yeah, for sure.
But back in the day, there was motherfucking kings and queens.
Most definitely.
They didn't want you to know that shit.
They
didn't want you to know you invented this shit.
Well, the thing is, man, I think it all boils, you know what I mean? We was just talking about family. And I think what it all boils down to is family lineage. You know what I mean? And the cold part about it, if you're not, you know what I mean? You know, years ago when I read the Bible, man, it said, it broke down and I never got it on how, you know what I mean, these different families, you know what I mean, with these different names and the 12 tribes and all that old type of shit, man. That's what the fuck it boils down to. So the thing is, you know what I mean, if you don't know your family lineage and you don't know where the fuck you come from, then basically, man, they can rape everything from you. They can rape you completely. You know what I mean? Mind, body, soul, and fucking spirit. You know what I mean? And if you're not willing to go back to what, you know what I mean, what you need to know as far as a human being is concerned, as far as being a you know what I mean, a certified God, a God-given, man, everything on this earth you was blessed with. When you was born, all this shit was here way before you. Some greedy motherfucker decided to, you know what I mean, capitalize off that shit. And tell you that, you know what I mean, you have to be charged of it for it. Yeah, they making it to where you can't even put a motherfucking seed in the ground.
The government,
you know what I mean?
And just took
they
over.
Making it hard for you to even, you know what I mean, get drinking fucking water. The fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I ain't never been no sucker and never will be one. Ever. You know what I mean? And I mean that.
Yeah, I mean, the government came in and implemented all these laws and all this shit. I mean, you think about it.
For sure.
If you motherfuckers just, people just came here, like, this shit is so deep and it's too far back.
Right.
For us to, shit. Your brain, you can't even compute
that shit up.
All that shit.
Right. Nigga can't fathom that shit.
400-500 years of shit.
Yeah. But why is us?
And then you got to look at the earth been here way more than 400 or 500 years.
Right. Well, the thing is, man, everything is done for purpose, man. You know what I mean? So that's why if you ain't on your purpose, you know what I mean, somebody will take your purpose away from you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is here, you know what I mean, that back in the days, you know what I mean, the reason why black people don't know who the fuck they are is, believe it. Believe you me, it's for a purpose. You know what I mean? It's for a purpose. Everything boils down to purpose. Only motherfuckers that's running around nowadays don't have purpose. Only thing they know is about Louis and Versace and bullshit. You know what I mean? But they don't have no true purpose. They don't have no purpose for them. They don't have no purpose for their family. You know what I mean? So basically, if you don't have a purpose, somebody will give you one.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. They will give you one.
Well, Joe, this shit is getting deep as a motherfucker, but I'm a deep type of nigga, so you know what I mean? Let's go ahead and have at it. You know what I mean?
I just know it's just so much. It's just so much. And then as far as like even trying to lace these youngsters up, they don't got no interest in that type of shit.
No, they don't.
Especially as far as knowing where they came from, and as far as knowing all the history and all this crazy stuff around this world, man. It's just too much to compute.
Right.
But it's good to know some of this shit.
There's a lot of books out there, though.
Know and get there's a lot of books
out there.
A lot of knowledge out there that you can pick up and find out about a bunch of this shit.
Yeah, but they got you so distracted with all this other shit.
They don't want you to learn none of that shit.
They got you all distracted with all this other shit, you know what I mean, to the point to where you don't feel like you have the time to learn.
What they say?
Or your mind is so, you know what I mean, cluttered with bullshit that, you know what I mean, you know, or you know, what kills me about a lot of motherfuckers when you try to throw them some real information, they be like, oh, that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Oh, that ain't, you know what I mean? Oh, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that, yada, yada, you know what I mean? You know, but, you know, let a motherfucker on the news, and this is the cold part about black people, man, is that, you know what I mean, America ain't did nothing but rape your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? Nothing but rape you. Nothing. You know what I mean? Literally. You and your peoples. You know what I mean? But a motherfucker go on the news and tell you some bullshit, and you be like, oh, yeah, man, yeah, they gonna help us out. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and put in my ballot. You know what I mean?
No, they
you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and put in my ballot. Yeah, you know what I mean? And be able to be ready to kill a motherfucker over, you know what I mean, over your presidential candidate.
Yeah, you gotta always watch for three things: the bait, the con, and the switch. Those three things you gotta watch for. Like damn near everybody. That go deeper than just the presidency. You know, the president debate. You know, hey, we gonna help you. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? The con. We gonna make sure y'all got money in your pocket. That as soon as it's time to do it, the switch comes right up. Psych! I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? The what they call it? When the people got to vote on it, on the laws and all that stuff. Up beside the president,
Putting in your ballot?
No. In the White House when they making
Congress?
votes and stuff. Yeah, Congress.
Right.
The Congress didn't let none of this shit pass, so we fucked off. Just like the college students loans and all that.
Yeah.
They was supposed to wipe that.
Well, everything is passed.
Wipe that out, but just yesterday they said, yeah, that's off the table. You got
Right.
Y'all got to kick in starting this month.
For sure, for sure.
So that was the bait, the con, and the switch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They did all that just to get this motherfucker, you know. It's like Whoopie say, you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
And he don't even like niggas for
Right,
real.
for sure.
He don't even like niggas for real.
Right,
You
right.
seen him back in the day on them old tapes trying to give a nigga them 3-strike laws. He was
sure.
one of the people that did that.
Say, man, how you gonna put the drugs out here and then charge motherfuckers for selling them? But the cold part about it as well, how are you gonna take all the jobs out of the community as well? How you gonna take all the manufacturing jobs, which mainly black people did, and they thrived off of? How are you gonna take those jobs and then throw, and then throw crack cocaine in the neighborhood, and then when motherfuckers selling it, then you start policing this shit, and you throw, there was more police and law enforcement at that time than ever. Police was every motherfucking way. Everywhere I looked, there was motherfucking police. You know what I mean? Going after my black ass.
Well, police was created for niggas.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Most definitely. I know that.
I bet people don't know that.
Oh, man, you know what I mean?
Police was formed and created for black people.
Say, man.
To arrest them and put these felonies on you. That was back in the slavery days. Back when they freed the slaves, they created what they called the police.
Right.
And they just gave up, trumped up charges like, cause niggas didn't have no jobs, niggas didn't have no money, niggas didn't have no food, niggas didn't have no clothes.
For sure.
They ain't had nowhere to go. So it was like, okay, they ain't got nothing to do, so they gonna go out here
They
and
would
commit
arrest
these
your
crimes.
ass. They would arrest, they gave motherfuckers a curfew.
Exactly.
Arrest your ass
so they already knew
for hanging outside.
with you having nothing, that they was gonna arrest you and put a felony back on you and throw you right back into slavery.
Yeah.
That's some game for you.
But
I didn't know that.
But this is the key, man. You know what I mean? The thing is motherfuckers gotta start reading books, man. Me myself, I need to start reading. I need to up my reading my reading game as far as reading more books. I really do. There's some, you know what I mean, there's certain things as far as my time is concerned that I could be reading more and finding out more shit. Because the thing is man, back in the day they would hang your motherfucking ass. Why you think they used to hang black people for reading? You know what I mean? Because they wanted to make sure that you never got to your God-given laws. The laws, you know what I mean, that are God-given. They switched them around, flipped them, you know what I mean, all kind of shit in order to, you know what I mean, they deceived you. The same way, you know what I mean, the devil tricked Eve. Same shit. We going through the same shit. It's just being repeated like this. It's being looped. Mm-hmm. It's being looped. Same shit. Same shit looped over and over and over and over and over again. Deception like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
That's why, you know what I mean, when you look at your,
that's what the game.
yeah, that's why when you look at your, that's why when you look at your motherfucking food, you know what I mean, you know, that's why there's different terminologies of shit. There's the medical terminology, you know what I mean, and there's, you know what I mean, layman language. There's motherfucking law terminology, and there's layman language. So the thing is, you know what I mean, you know, they trying to, why when I go to the, you know what I mean, to the hospital, and I want to speak to them about certain things pertaining to my health, we can't talk about this flat out. Why when I read the box on my motherfucking cereal, it doesn't explain to me exactly what the fuck this is in detail? Why in the fuck when I go to court, you know what I mean, shit ain't explained to me, you know what I mean, as such, and why aren't we speaking in regular terms? Why is that?
I don't know, man. It's like you say, it's deception, bro.
Deception is a motherfucker.
Ain't what it seems. You know?
Deception is a motherfucker.
That
So
ain't what it is.
yeah, so don't be the one to be. Don't be the one, and don't fall like Eddie Murphy said. You know what I mean? You gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe? You know what I mean?
Banana in the tailpipe, bro.
You gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe, huh?
You know?
Okay.
So,
you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying, because you said so, because the question was how we get like this to this world. That's why I said it's so much shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of shit.
It's too
it's
much
a lot of shit.
goddamn shit.
But you gotta, you know what I mean? You can't run around talking about this aliens and shit around this
Man,
motherfucker.
we talking about aliens, spacecrafts, all that shit is right here in the world.
Say, man, God
All
made this
that,
world.
man.
I'm gonna stick to this, man. God
Slave
made this
niggas,
world
yeah.
for human beings. Human beings are the most intelligent beings on the earth. You know what I mean? You can do so much, and we have done so much. You know what I mean? To the possibility to where, you know what I mean, human beings started in one small area, and now we're all over the fucking world, and we done built all kind of shit, even to the point to where we're able to make shit that goes out of the motherfucking atmosphere.
Out the atmosphere, baby. And guess what? It's somebody out there. In that
See, here we go. Say, man, don't let them take from you who you are, because you can look at your history. You know what I mean? Your history and your ancestry to know who you are as a human being. You can look to that. But you know what I mean? The thing is if you looking in your fucking phone, you might miss it. You know what I mean? So the thing is what you need to know is that, you know what I mean, you as a human being, this motherfucker right here that you're using for all that other bullshit that you're using it for, is way powerful. And whatever the next motherfucker did, you can do as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It might be some restraint on they might have some restraint on you, for the simple fact is, you know what I mean? Like I said, some motherfucker made it to the top long time ago and decided he wanted to capitalize off of it. And he wanted to make sure he pushed your motherfucking ass out. But, you know what I mean? But the thing is if you make it to one destination, then hopefully you're able to instill your kids, you know what I mean, instill something in your kids or the next generation, and they make it to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? And then so on, you know what I mean? And then, you know, you can, and then your generations can build on that. That's what they do. That's what they
Absolutely.
do. You know what I mean?
Definitely building on Jim, but a lot of these cats, man, they got that all that money handed down to them from all that shit, Rockefellers and all that shit. They done handed all that money down to all their children and all.
Well, it
that
ain't just
shit.
the money,
So
man.
it's just-
They also handed down tradition.
They handed down empires.
Yeah, they handed down tradition. They handed down knowledge. They handed down, you know what I mean, you know, all these things, you know what I mean, you know, these things in order to keep things the way that they are. You know what I mean? And they raise them up, you know what I mean, from babies to be this motherfucking way. From babies. So they'll understand, you know what I mean, that this is how we get down. You know what I mean? And basically they've learned from the Romans. They've learned from, you know what I mean, all these other civilizations. They've learned from, you know what I mean, the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians. They learned from all these other failed, you know what I mean, all this shit that we looking at right now, This shit was going on in the Roman days.
Exactly. See,
Same motherfucking shit. They just, you know what I mean? All this shit is looped.
It's too much for a human mind, man. It's too much.
Well, y'all motherfuckers better. What's too much for a human mind? I just told motherfuckers what they possible.
Yeah,
what
you
they,
can
what
learn.
they
No. You can all chase your dreams, do all that shit, but I'm talking about just sucking up all the knowledge. It's a lot. And then there's so many different, just like we talk about, you say aliens ain't none, you know what I'm saying? Just like all them Rome days. Remember
Right.
How the hell, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers used to walk around with shields and swords and all this motherfucking shit. All that shit was real.
Right, most definitely. For sure.
That shit was real. All this splitting seas and all that shit was real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the thing,
Nasir, that shit was real. That's where they gave everybody their own language and all this shit.
For sure.
Who the hell, man? Come on, man. Who the hell could do that type of shit? There was a God that came and brought everybody to one spot and said, look, y'all going over there, y'all, and this is your language, this your language, this your language, that's your. We only talking American because we was brought over here to America.
Right.
We not even talking our own language.
Right. Well,
we talking American language.
Yeah, we speak English, which is from England. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And the thing is, America, the English people came over here and then they dominated as well. So that's why we speak English. But the thing is, shit, man, it's just, all this shit is fucked up, man. Aliens, my motherfucking ass.
It's so much.
Aliens,
Don't be surprised if E.T. ride in front of your motherfucking house. I can't wait till E.T. pull up on this cat and just to do that little thing. He be on that little, what he was on, a bicycle. And ride off on his ass, and dude start floating in the sky on his motherfucking ass. You gonna be like,
say, man,
look, the government tripping. They put the ET motherfucker in the front.
All of a sudden, ain't nobody ever seen these motherfucking aliens, man. All of a sudden, we seeing these aliens and shit, and all this other fucked up shit going on in the world. Me, myself, I already know where the world is headed. You know what I mean? My thing is, you know what I mean, ultimately, what I'm trying to do, man, you know what I mean, it ain't even for me to tell motherfuckers my plan. But anyways, you know what I mean, ultimately, man, this shit is all some bullshit.
What they say, the world gonna end in fire or water, right?
I mean, as far as the world ending,
yeah. So they say.
I don't think the world is going to end. I think we're headed for a great reset.
Yeah.
Not end. We're headed for a great reset.
See, the shit that I was reading the other day. Damn, I forgot what it was too, man. My mind be. Sometimes I hit a puff of that tree.
But other people believe other things.
See that tree on his head. Sometimes I might hit that motherfucker. Sometime, and sometimes it rattle my brain and I forget shit. But I got to start getting my memory back tight. It's a pill you can take.
Go ahead, man.
This nigga always laughing, hey. It's a pill you can take. And it sharpens your memory.
For sure, they
when
got
I get the name of it, I'm going to show it to you.
Adderall.
Because no, not Adderall. This nigga said Adderall. This ain't motherfucker. What that nigga on I remember on Snowfall when the boy said, he said, you need to hit this crack. He said, you hit this crack, it opens up all kind of shit up in your head.
Yeah, but sure.
I said, oh, hell
then after that,
no.
you lost.
I ain't talking about that shit. I'm talking about this some legit shit.
For sure.
Approved by the FDA type shit, nigga. This is a pill that you can keep that sharpens your brain up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you can, once you read shit, you can always remember it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I had read some shit which is too much to remember. Like they were talking about how this earth wasn't the way it was. All these continents and shit wasn't connected the way it is now.
Most definitely.
It was like totally different. Some other shit. But because of because of the waters, because of the not hurricane, but volcanoes and all that type of shit, it formed new land.
Right. It was
And
called
people,
Pangea a long time ago.
yeah, so that shit is too much, man.
For
It's too
sure.
much memory for that shit, man.
Most definitely. Well, the thing is as
They
human
ain't
beings, we
teaching
don't.
that shit.
Yeah, as human beings, we don't retain everything. That's why
Yeah,
most.
that's a lot of retain.
Yeah, that's why most motherfuckers. You know what I mean? You know they. You know what I mean? When it comes to, you know, motherfuckers learning shit.
When I see niggas with them big ass heads, I say that nigga smart the motherfucker.
Yeah, that nigga just got extra.
Hey, I mean, nigga head big as motherfucker.
Yeah, the average brain is
like,
the same
God
size.
Damn, that nigga smart than the motherfucker.
Right.
I bet that nigga know every ounce of the motherfucker. That nigga know everything, man. Head big as motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
I say shit.
Right, but you know, one thing about it, man, you know, I don't retain a lot of shit either when it comes to, but I do retain the shit that you know that is
That counts.
correct.
Yeah.
You know, and as human beings, you know, certain shit counts to us. You know what I mean? You know, we all perceive other certain things to be more, you know, more valuable than others. You know what I mean? As human beings, we value. You know what I mean, our values are different.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know what I mean, because we're all different. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, but yeah, man, the world is just fucked up, and the reason why the world is fucked up basically is because, you know what I mean, there's motherfuckers that want to have it all. They want to have it all, and they want to even have your motherfucking ass.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to have you
Is we all
under
gonna
control.
be able to even be able to live together in harmony?
Right.
That's a good question too. Are we all really gonna be able to live together in harmony? As far as black and white and Hispanic and all this type of shit? Is we ever gonna get to that point? Ever?
No.
I doubt it. That's what I'm glad you kept it real. I was like,
No.
I doubt it.
No.
The answer's no.
Because the thing is most people are already, you know what I mean, we already live in a state to where they've divided us by color, they divided us by land, they divided us by, you know what I mean, now they're dividing our households, you know what I mean, and they divide the dynamic of male and female, you know what I mean, they divide the child from their mothers. You know what I mean, the child from their families as well, as far as, you know what I mean, the things that we think. Because shit is moving so fast, you know what I mean, the generations, you know what I mean, are having, you know what I mean, separate opinions on how shit is supposed to go. So the thing is back in the days, we used to have a foundation. And the thing is most motherfuckers I listen to and talk to nowadays, they, you know what I mean, they go for what, you know what I mean, you know, what the rest of society is saying. So if society said, motherfuckers, you know what I mean, they get on that horse and ride that shit the fuck out. You know what I mean? They don't, niggas, you know what I mean? It's just like the nigga in the hood, just like the niggas in the hood that used to be like, oh man, I ain't gonna snitch. Oh man, I ain't, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. Man, I'll go to them same niggas today and I guarantee you they tell me something totally different.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because niggas didn't build their house on solid ground. They built their house on sand. You feel me? You know what I mean? But Luck always built his house on solid ground. You know what I mean?
A lot of these niggas not official, they artificial.
They who?
Artificial.
Most
Niggas a motherfucker. Synthetic.
they like that motherfucking box of cereal you eating at the house.
Synthetic is
That
a
Captain
motherfucker.
Crunch, they like that Captain Crunch of the Fruity Pebbles. You know the day.
I let people think they bigger than what they is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, nigga.
For sure.
Small motherfucking fry.
Most definitely.
Hey, man, well, hell, I don't think we'll ever be able to get the right answer to that question of why the world is fucked up. I don't think we'll ever be able to unite as one and all colors. You know, in the rainbow ain't no black, so all colors
Right.
come together and be able to move in harmony. I don't think that's ever going to be possible. But
And this is I don't mean to cut you off.
nah, go ahead, brother.
But when it boils down to, you know what I mean, next time you call yourself black, I just read up on this. Read on what black says. You know what I mean? There's so many negative connotations when it boils down to black. You know what I mean? you know, just read it for yourself. Pull out a book, pull out your dictionary and read it. You know what I mean? And basically, there's, you know what I mean, it's just negative shit. You know?
Black is bad. And,
yeah.
And black is bad, white is good.
Correct.
That's what.
Correct. Correct.
Like the
like,
world say.
So basically, you know what I mean, black, if you black, you basically or black means, you know what I mean, like darkness. And white means light.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I mean? So basically, you know what I mean, and when you speak those things, you speaking those things into existence when you say that, you know what I mean, when you say that you're, you know, when you say that you're somebody, when you say that you're this particular being or this particular person, because the universe is hearing.
I remember I was in the store, not to throw everybody off, but it was a white lady and a little white child. They was walking through Walmart, and I was walking up. They was coming up the opposite way, and I'm coming up this way. I'm trying to grab some Lego, my ego, some egos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
think they was grabbing something. The little kid looked up at me as a little white child. She looked up at me and said, "Mommy, that's bad. That's
Wow.
bad."
Wow.
And I looked at the lady, and she said, "No, don't do that, honey," or whatever. But I was like, I just looked at her and I just kept on going.
Kept
I
it
said,
moving.
"Oh,
Right.
she's teaching that kid that
Yeah.
black is bad."
For sure. For
So-
sure. You know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, we when it boils down to it, as far as, you know, universal law, you know what I mean. You know, we really got to watch the words that come out of our mouths.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And the thing is, you know, and I'm learning these things due to the things that I'm reading and I'm learning. You know, even on social media, man, I always try to make sure I'm looking at the positive shit and the shit that educates me and edifies me. You feel me? Because because ultimately, and you know what I mean, and just off of that fact alone, I have learned so much. You know what I mean?
So end of the day, everybody just get into a book, educate yourself, get your own knowledge, and just go about this world, you know, the best way that you can.
Yeah, it's
And
your
be
life.
yourself.
It's your life.
Be
Live it
yourself.
the way
Quit
you
trying to
wanna
be
live.
like everybody else.
I ain't like a motherfucker.
Be yourself, man.
For sure.
That's all we can tell you about this. I know it really ain't really no answers for this question. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go about day by day, living your life, man. That's
Find
it.
the answers within your motherfucking self.
Yeah, so there it is. But we going to bring this show to an end. And y'all make sure y'all double check for E.T. Don't let him put up on you. I want to thank Eagles Umbra. I want to thank Barretine 10, Lady Brandy's Place, DLove Stacks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where to find me. DLove Vegas on Instagram. All the platforms out there. Y'all check me out on YouTube. Check out the Love and Luck podcast. Like, share, subscribe. It don't cost you a dime.
Not a dime.
It costs you one finger to say, "Weep." That's it. I got
For
a
sure.
pinky, so I can say, "Weep." You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you a dime.
For sure.
You got anything else to say, man, to end this thing out?
Oh, well, you know, I like to say, you know what I mean, like I said, and I say it again, first my Mexican partner fronted me. You know what I mean? Now, the bank front me. You know what I mean? So therefore, y'all, you know, you can reach me on all platforms, social media platforms, and it's Luck Got Fronted. And on top of that, you know what I mean, you can also reach me at capitalmovements.com. You know, and I'll set you straight as far as, you know what I mean, your business is concerned, and I'll teach you the proper way to actually put your business together, you know, to where you can get funding.
So tap in, don't tap out. Zoom, that means gone.
And peace out, and we get with you.
Ha ha!